Hey everybody, Drew here to introduce another fantastic episode of Cosmic Crit, the greatest Starfinder podcast in the known universe, and perhaps beyond. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Extra Life is coming up very, very soon, and on November 2nd, we, as well as some other members of the Cosmic Crit Crittermander community, are going to be streaming pretty much all day and all weekend. So check us out, twitch.tv/Cosmic Crit. Of course, check out our social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc. It's all associated with this episode link, so you can find it all there. And of course, join our Discord if you would like to get in on some of those shenanigans. We will be announcing and talking about everything there, which is awesome. So now let's turn it all around and get back into the action. We're getting through this third book so fast, you guys. I cannot wait for season 3, which reminds me, check out this month's challenge. Who is playing what? This is your chance for fame and fortune and glory, or at least a Paizo PDF or something like that, to figure out who is playing who. You can go on to our website and find the form to fill out that will let you guess. And we made it a little bit easier this time around. Instead of actual races, we are doing race types. So Sheeran won't be on there, but humanoid will be. So make sure you do that. We've got some pretty interesting guesses so far. Some right, some not so right. So make sure that you are included in that. Now, let's get back to it. Here we go, Starfinder gang. Episode 107. Sleepless in Aurelos.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Crit with me, crit through the years, crit through the laughter, and crit while in tears. Crit with me just for today, because maybe tomorrow this GM's going to take you away. That's right. Roll on, and fish for your crit until it becomes true. Welcome back, hard-rocking roadshow heroes and Crittermanders, to the same old song and dance here on Cosmic Crittersmith. And this is your big mouth gold record firing GM Patrick, inviting you all to get back in the saddle again with us for another adventure. That's right. Joining me in eating the rich Aslanti of this galaxy are my 5 friends, your players. Here they are, to my right. He remote controls his drone to walk this way and attack this way. It's Tyler with Nikithi and Dronitis.
Hi.
To his right, Talara's got a gun. Her witch warper power makes the world come undone. It's Rebecca rocking Talara.
Hello.
I almost didn't finish that one. Across the digital table, the only kind of love you get in his elevator is loving the ground as he takes you down.
I was literally going to use a pun for this song, so good job.
Yeah. I hope it's a 10 by 10 elevator is all I got to say.
I was just something like rolling it up, like, well, I'm critting down.
To his right, if he falls asleep, if he closes his eyes, he'll probably miss you, baby. And he doesn't want to miss his attack. It's Jabert bringing Bumfuzzle.
Hey, everybody.
And to my left, he's living on the edge, but has a pair of jump jets in case he falls in. It's Drew running with Cass.
Hey!
Hey, guys, how have we not done Aerosmith yet?
That's incredible. I mostly know Aerosmith. I knew this was Aerosmith because of Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World. It's my favorite roller coaster.
Yes, excellent. What better pairing for the family-friendly Disney than Aerosmith?
Rock and Roller Coaster, the scariest ride in all of Disney World, as you have to take a team of zombies to a musical show.
Guys, they had an arcade video game in the 90s, yes. A shooter that was the most dumb and fun game in the arcade.
They have one of those. They have one of those cabinets over at the arcade over in Central Square.
Is it Revolution X? Was that what it was called?
Oh my
I think
goodness.
that is what it's called. Yeah.
I want a movie based on the plot of that video game, but with Aerosmith today, with Steve Tyler and stuff today. It's like a 7-year-old dude. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, we've got a lot to get through today, so let's dive right back into it. Let's talk to one another, figure out what happened on the last episode. Last time on Cosmic Crit.
The battle begins with a smoky blast, creating a battlefield with limited visibility. Whoa! Don't the Aslanti know that smoking kills?
Just when we thought we had Evandrian cornered, a clown car out of Aslanti joined the fight.
Without much cover below, it's an uphill battle to bring the fight to the Aslanti ambushers.
Through the choking smoke in the catwalk fights, Kaz is nearly stabbed to death, but the party perseveres with Wind calling on the power of the Green Faith to end the Aeon Guard with a climactic final blow.
We somehow managed to survive and made it to level 6! Yeah!
Yeah, you did. Even though I crit Drew twice. Kaz twice in a row, and
Should
it
have
still
done it 3 times, baby.
wasn't enough. Yeah. So that is indeed where we left off, but where we left off, and in between last week's recording, this week's recording, you guys have been talking to one another, looking up all the rules and the rule books that you can, and leveling up your PCs indeed to level 6. Not as big a level as 5 right out the gate, but you get your we have an archetype ability that comes into play, but also your themes all have a level 6 ability, and most of you guys get to pick something for your class. Like we normally do here on the podcast, every time we level up, we're just going to talk real quick to all the players about different things you might have picked, how you guys have chosen to advance your character on your digital piece of paper. Let's start with Tyler, because Tyler definitely has the most interesting changes, right?
Yeah.
What is happening, Tyler? With Nikithi.
My drone gets more hit points.
That happens every level, right?
Yup.
Any changes you're making to Itis?
Yeah. So, Itis is always ever shifting. She now has versatile focus, so she's gonna get a bonus to any weapon that I give her, which is always very nice.
Before, was that like heavy weapons or what?
It was long arms.
Okay.
But because I picked up a long arm that was better than the heavy weapon I was using.
Mm-hmm.
And since I was like, well, this heavy weapons thing isn't doing me any good, and we have yet to come across something using heavy weapons. So I got rid of heavy weapons and I replaced it with resistance fire to try and make her a little bit more beefy, because every time you hit her, it really hurts. It hurts me deep down, Patrick, in my soul.
Hey, you didn't get stabbed with 2 crit spears in the side.
That's
so count yourself lucky.
True, but if I had a Vanguard's constitution, I wouldn't be so scared. And then as a mechanic, then Nikithi, he just gets one of those silly old mechanic tricks. So I picked what's it called? Overclocking.
Mm-hmm.
Which just gives me a +2 bonus to initiative and +2 to reflex save. So I mean, pretty boring.
That's not bad at all. That
no,
also
I mean,
goes to your drone as well, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's a little pick me up. I believe we talked about it last week. Itis's worst save is reflex.
Yeah, and we're getting to that point where, reflex, I think, is we've seen a lot of grenades.
No, there will be no more grenades the rest of this AP. I guarantee you. GM's promise. Tyler, don't worry about that.
So, I mean, a lot of, stat bonuses, which I know are super exciting, but they are very useful.
They're not exciting, which is why we're moving on to our next player. Drew, tell us about Kaz. You got all kinds of weird stuff with Vanguards.
Yeah, so Kaz gets a couple of things. First off, probably the most important is that Kaz's Entropic Strike goes from 1d6 damage plus some other stuff to 2d6, so a potential double damage that he's going to be able to dish out now.
You're cheating. That's cheating.
Which is going to be rad. And he picked up a Vanguard class ability called Energize. And this, what I can do is absorb harmful energy. So if I am hit by anything that hits, uses an energy damage, deals EAC damage, I can gain an entropy point from it and roll a fortitude save to try to take half damage. I can only do this once per regaining stamina points. So kind of like Knack when he used his ability in season 1 to restore SP to people. I have to rest before I can do it again. But
that's pretty nice if you get smacked with a dragon's breath of fire, and it's like their most potent attack. You can just be like, I'd like to take half of that.
Yeah, or getting crit twice in a row. I could have mitigated some of that damage last week.
Well, that was an energy damage, so no, you couldn't have.
Oh,
you would still be very hurt. But yeah, still cool. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can take the Vanguard. I'm excited to see how, boy, by the time this episode comes out, Calm is just right around the corner. We'll see how the class finished up, how it came in its final post playthrough kind of rules.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it too.
But I mean, we still got a very powerful Vanguard in front of us. Behind the powerful Vanguard certainly is a walking shag carpet, a deep azure shag carpet known as Wen. Miles, talk to me about our envoy.
Well, not too much for Wen this level.
Not a lot at all, right?
No, but I think you told me that you cooked up something special.
Well, as a Star Knight, your envoy ability is replaced this level. You normally get a envoy improvisation,
right?
But with the archetype, there's like a base ability that you would get at 6th level called guarded attack. It's pretty boring, so that's out. We're homebrewing some order specific alternate 6th level class features specifically for Xenowardens or those who follow the Hexen way. And as I talk to you off air, you're only going to know what that does when it comes time to use this ability.
So I'm just going to keep asking, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is it my time to shine?
Yeah, no, when's as a Xenowarden, acolyte, to get to that step in your journey, you've got to make some RP decisions and see what happens. But I can tell you it'll be kind of comparable to some of the other orders that you can find in, I believe, the Pact Worlds book that this archetype was in. There's one for the Hell Knights and another for the Knights of Galarion and things like that. And there's some cool magical abilities that tack on to an attack. So we'll see what that turns into when it comes up in combat.
Oh, I see what you did there.
When it comes up. Next, Jabert, tell us about Operatives level 6. Pretty quiet level. Nothing happened with Operatives, right?
I get another, what do you even call them? Operative tricks, is that right?
Exploit.
Operative exploits, that's right. I was thinking of rogue tricks or something. I get
level 6 one is another tier, right?
Right, yeah. So it goes up another tier at level 6. So I'm picking from a new list now, and I'm excited about it. I'm picking up Bleeding Shot.
Oh, hold on. Let me just quickly take a sip of my drink. What? Bleeding Shot? No.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I've been excited about taking Bleeding Shot for many levels now, but it's a pretty gnarly one.
Yeah, I feel like if it started at a lower level, it wouldn't seem so crazy. But it's at level 6. That's the earliest you can take it. And for your debilitating trick, if you get your trick attack off and hit, then normally you can make someone flat-footed or
off target or something like that.
But instead,
this adds on a different option where I can make them bleed for my level in damage,
which is pretty intense. A guaranteed amount of damage in any scenario is so useful.
Well, and the other thing about bleeding is, and I've messed this up, confused this with burning before, but getting rid of bleed is actually kind of a thing. It's kind of an issue. It kind of sort of any way you slice it, it's going to take a standard action, because you either have to magically get healed,
So,
or
like,
you have to
stab yourself with a serum.
Right, or you have to take a standard action and do a medicine check, and if you pass the medicine check, then you stop bleeding. And so it's like it's pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah, regardless, no matter what, or if they just keep on bleeding, that's a good amount of damage.
That's also a choice. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, in addition to that, last but not least, our Witch Warper friend in Rebecca and Talara. Rebecca, what you got? Another new class and another crazy set of options that you had to pick from, right?
Yeah, well, not really pick from. I just got a new ability that is a class ability this level. So I did pick some spells and things like that. So I switched some spells out and things and all that. But for the Witch Warper class abilities, I got alternate outcome. And I, with this once per day, can, as a reaction, reroll an attack roll, saving throw, ability check, or skill check. Or I can use it as a reaction to treat a critical hit against me or an ally within 100 feet as a normal hit instead. And as we've seen this season, Patrick has been very lucky with his natural 20s, so this could really help us out.
Absolutely.
Should he crit.
BS, I don't approve. I thought this, I thought that was actually a paradigm shift, but all Witch Warpers get that, right?
Yeah, everyone does. Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows what they'll do with the actual manual, but for the playtest, it was just it's not a paradigm shift. It wasn't something that I chose. It was just everybody at level 6, every Witch Warper gets this. So
yeah, you blink your eyes and the bullet goes through their shoulder instead of their heart.
Right. Yeah, it's great. So when I first read it, I was like, oh, I get a free reroll. That's awesome. And then I kept reading and I was like, oh, I can change a critical hit into a normal hit. I mean, that's huge potentially, Yeah. I can only do it once per day, so I have to be economical. Like I can't do it for every crit. I mean, I have to be smart about which ones I choose to use it on. But
so I could have gotten rid of one of those crits last episode, but not the other crit.
Right.
Rue, you are just such a victim.
Well,
two crits.
She did do her paradigm shift to lessen injury on that one, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of paradigm shifts, though, this is extra awesome because it doesn't cost me RP. Yes. It's just something I get for free once per day. Whereas with my paradigm shifts, I have to spend an RP to lessen injury or spend an RP to thwart ability. That's not the case with this, which is awesome.
I'm also very excited to see how Witch Warpers end up. I think they're going to be a pretty amazing kind of like support class, much like obviously you've been playing Talara, but with those final rules, I think we're going to see some in the COM characters operation manual. Some people picking up the class immediately.
Yeah, and I've shared in Discord some of my gripes with this class. I haven't read a whole lot of other people's impressions of Witch Warper, just because I didn't want my experience to be tainted or anything. But apparently, some of my gripes are very similar to what people have been saying in the forums. So I'll be very curious to see if some of those things are fixed.
I think part of it's going to end up, what's on that finalized spell list? What are those finalized abilities? But yeah, we shall see. Like I said, I think when this episode comes out in just like a week or so, people should have physical copies of the operations manual in their hand. So that's it for you guys. Level 6, ? Our last level up in season 2, ? We shall see. That's that. Let's get into this episode, though. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it, as you guys are just getting done with a knockdown, drag out fight with the Aslanti, who have set up some kind of ambush here at the base of these stairs. And yeah, you all are pretty beaten. Kaz, bloodied, right? You're into HP damage, and
same with Lynn.
Yeah, still standing, but not better than I have ever been.
A lot of people, there's some folk that took grenade damage at the very beginning of the fight, coughing up a storm. The smoke has dissipated at this point, and you're left with 5 Aslanti bodies here. And this room that they all streamed out of looks to be like a monitoring station of some sort. Bumfuzzle, as you're peeking inside there, you see a raised dais on your right, what looks to be a command center. There's 3 like leather chairs in front of a row of computers with monitors showing various camera angles of this level of the facility, as well as the landing pads on the surface. And you see very close up like the underside of the Phoenix's respite on one of these screens. And on the south side of the room, a empty elevator shaft, as well as a plastic door there.
An empty, just a hole in the ground? Is that what you mean?
It looks like it is not there. Like you can see down about 60 feet with a dark vision, and then you see nothing past that. So it is deeper than 60 feet. There's no elevator there. It's just the shaft currently. So it must be down below somewhere.
What kind of safety regulations does this place have?
Is there a call button or?
There is.
Well, I mean, I guess, did they lock the computers before they came out? Or
let's see. Don't believe these are indeed locked. It looks like you will need to make a computer's check to sort through some data here. Or you can take a look to see on these screens. It doesn't look like there are any bodies, any peoples here. There are a couple of cameras that look to be the what Nikithi has explained as the scientist dormitory, which is down below, slightly shorter on another level. We saw the elevator in the previous week's episode, 2 episodes ago, as you guys walked by, I think.
And is there anybody down there?
You don't see any movement. No, there's long rows of hallways with closed doors, but it's eerily quiet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see what there is to learn here on this computer, but
make me a computer's check.
Pretty mediocre. I'm gonna shout down the hallway at Nikithi.
Help!
You see here just months and months worth of telemetry data of what looks like ships of various sizes coming to and from Aurelos. It looks like this was where they kind of monitored incoming flights, the goings of ships and what have for the facility, but not really able to make heads or tails of it.
Okay.
Yes, Bumfuzzle, you called for me.
Yes, it's
And I just sort of point at the screens and like all the numbers, and I'm like,
I found some numbers for you.
Yes.
Your
Yes,
favorite.
the numbers. They are indeed my favorite. I will let's see what we can find out.
I just lean over Nikithi's shoulder, just like eating a pickle while he's typing away.
Hashtag Bumfuzzle pocket pickles.
That is a very crunchy pickle.
I give Nikithi a bite.
It's just a cucumber.
I go on a pre-pickle.
Yeah.
Aren't pickles pretty salty?
Yeah.
No,
Shouldn't we be worried about?
it's okay. This is a sweet pickle.
Make me a fortitude save, Bumfuzzle, for cardiac arrest.
Oh no,
pickles.
my kidneys.
No, I meant Nikithi because of the salt.
Oh yeah, that's like a dangerous weapon.
Yeah, it's like a cyanide pill for him.
It's a sweet pickle.
Nikithi, make me a reflex save.
I don't care if the sweet pickle still has salt in it.
The keyboard is encrusted with salty pickle cheese. No, we're making some fun rolls here, but the computer roll is what matters when you roll on computers.
25.
Okay, so while examining the console here, you see a lot of the data that you can your scientific mind immediately just exits. You make a spreadsheet and take it all away. Hundreds of flight paths and things that you identify immediately as those Clockworks drones, and you don't need that information. You're looking for larger ships, and you find what seems to be information of the Sardat Zolan Ulavestra's personal starship arriving at Aurelos. weeks ago, a ship called the Star Runner, and it departed from this rock, and it said it over a week ago made way to New Thespera and is scheduled to return within a few days.
And this is good news, bad news, I'm not sure, but the Sardat is set to come back to this station in what appears to be a few days. I'm going to change all the passwords on the doors.
Okay.
Throw his stuff out in airlock.
Yes. Draw a big frowny face on the door for him.
He doesn't live here anymore.
The Star Runner is I don't suppose this would have any information on like the crew accompaniment, like how many people are going to arrive with the Star Runner.
There's not listing of that. Just basically it's like flight data. It seems like that information is not as complete as some of the other ships, like information, the diagnostics, maybe by choice, maybe they didn't want that recorded, but definitely a little clandestine.
Are they going to land? I'm a little worried that they're just going to land right next to the Phoenix's respite.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's other spaces up top, but there's really just like the one elevator shaft that you guys came down.
Well, we just got to be out of here before he gets back.
At least to your knowledge. But anyway, that's what you find here. And last week, as you guys were talking about leveling up, you were also talking about the potential to rest while you can. Is that something you still want to do?
Yes. Yeah,
I think that we've got a few people who are in need of some sleep.
Yeah, even Talara needs it.
points.
Yeah.
Nikithi knows that there is like another level that is kind of isolated. There's only one entrance and exit to it. The science dormitory, which you passed, there's a short elevator back there. From the screens, you see there's nobody down there, it seems.
Yeah, I was going to make that suggestion. It would be a pretty easy place to defend and rest, and Nikithi would like to go through their stuff.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to do on this level before you go down, or do you guys want to head down and see if you can find some free beds?
Just remind me, Evandrian, is that his name? He just kind of disappeared at the beginning of that fight, right?
Yeah, Kaz saw potentially where he exited into this little area at the very top of the stairwell room with all the catwalks, which seem to go into the backside up top above the flight monitoring room where Bumfuzzle and Nikithi just were.
There are some doors to the southern part of this level that we may want to, I don't know, listen through, see if there's anything worth going.
Yeah, I was thinking I at least want to look down this hallway. See what's here.
Yeah, so you passed by actually a couple of hallways that we didn't really explore. This one just goes down about 50 feet or so, and I mean, this is the exact same view that you got on the computers here. Just a whole bunch of closed doors. Do you want to just start opening them as you go down?
Can I make a request?
Oh boy, what's that?
So I know we're looking for a place to rest and get back some stuff, but should we take a 10-minute before we do that in case we run into something we're not prepared for right now?
Yeah, sure. Or is that what you want to do now, Drew?
Kaz, did you take any damage or something? Why are you so worried?
I almost died, dude.
It seems like we have a GM who, telling us we could rest, is going to throw some things at us.
Well, yeah, I suppose 10 minutes would allow me to tune up Idis a little bit. I think that sounds like a good suggestion.
Yeah, it's how PCs die. Just dropping your guard and letting the GM at you willy-nilly.
Yeah, Talara is going to use a resolve as well to take a 10-minute rest.
So here's 78 SP back. So that's...
Wynn's going to do the same. Because we give RP back when we sleep too, right?
You get all your RP back, yeah.
Okay.
And SP, right?
And SP, but not necessarily HP, depending on how long we rest. But we also have Sedona, who could potentially heal some of us.
Yeah, if she's resting and can get her spells back as well, she can heal you up. Who is down hit points?
I am.
I am as well.
I am a little bit, but not much.
Technically, we're all down hit points because we leveled up.
Yeah, I haven't done the math.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah,
That's probably why.
you can get those back. Those you would get from leveling.
I gotta remember how many I had before.
Drew.
I'll do that math later.
Bad.
Okay.
Okay.
So now that we're all rested, I'm going to open the door.
These better all be bathrooms. I want every single one of these to be bathroom.
You open up the
if-
door.
That's a lot of
bump the muzzle.
bathrooms.
If the first one is a bathroom, I say we just turn around and leave.
Creak. The door opens, and inside you find a bathroom.
Okay. All right.
Smelliest bathrooms.
I'm gonna go wait in the ship.
No, do you want to keep looking at these? There's also a hallway kind of to the north of the elevator, but it looks like the exact same thing. Looks like just a kind of a blank hallway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start hitting all these things, just make sure they're all bathrooms. But
You're just smacking open the stall doors. That's pretty much all this.
They are not. You actually open up some and find small rooms, personal quarters of various sizes and things like that. They all look very well manicured, perhaps with military precision. These rooms. And more bathrooms as well. Is there anything you'd like to do here?
Is there any reason we can't rest? Well, I guess it's not necessarily as defendable, although.
Yeah, and Nikithi, I mean, that's up to the group. But Nikithi,
yeah. Let's go downstairs.
I mean, dormitory.
Yeah, do we want to look through just to see if there's anything we can find in these rooms, or is that wasting time?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there might be stuff, but I'd also be happy to just go get some sleep before we invite more trouble.
Well, do you guys want to just split the party? Some of you go to bed, and the rest of you sticking behind.
Nice try.
Creeping
Never
around
split the party.
these creepy abandoned rooms.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I don't think we need to do a turn down on all these rooms. We can just check the other hallway and then move on.
Yeah, I mean, if you look through these four or so here, I mean, they're definitely very tidy Aslanti sleeping quarters. You see there's like in all of them a desk, a bed. Some have two beds, drawers kind of inset into the walls, wash basins, maybe some propaganda posters and like photographs here and there, but for the most part, very, very plain, unadorned. So heading to the elevator, let's move back over to there, and that's actually going to take us to another map. Boop, boop, boop. This is part of Lower Aurelos.
Win is going to have to take the elevator down by himself.
Or everyone's on your shoulders when
It's a 10-foot elevator.
it is just like the other ones. Yeah, so you guys can creep up. I am taking us to the map and revealing what you see. Looks like 60 foot of hallway in either direction. First off, when you get down there, this is pretty much exactly what you remember Nikithi from your time.
This is like a completionist nightmare because there's just so many doors. I mean, there's 9 doors. It looks like.
Hey, y'all better be glad
more
Knack
doors.
is not in season 2 because we'd be going through everything.
Drew's just twitching right now.
Think about, guys, just all the stuff you left behind on Golta. You could have.
I'm fine.
Fought things in there forever. Right. So this elevator indeed lowers down only about 50 feet or so through solid rock, opens up, and you see 10-foot wide hallways. Several doors lining each side. Very austere white walls greet you, like elsewhere in this facility, and a very strong, pervasive, lingering scent of extremely heavy cleaning chemicals, kind of burning your nostril, like unscented, bleach and things like that, as well as the power scrubbed air here throughout the base. Once again, deathly quiet. Doesn't sound or seem like anyone else is around, though the doors, all of them here, are closed. The 2 doors on the southern end of this hall are indeed different from the others. Nikithi, you recall, there's like these like little plastic sheathed off areas, which are shower areas, and there's a couple of restrooms. They definitely, were very strict about non-humanoid scientists that they had here on the base, kind of power scrubbing themselves before each and every day. So you knew those showers well. that is what you see here in the hallway. What would you guys like to do?
Does Nikithi have any clue which direction we should head to get to the dormitory?
Oh, this is the dormitory.
This is the dormitory.
Oh,
It's
I mean,
just
like,
So all these doors that you see, besides the double ones at the end, maybe are
Or just-
maybe dormitories, and then one leads to the showers. So I think it's Nikithi's understanding and my understanding. So we should just open up a few of these doors and then pick out some beds for us to take up for the evening or for the
okay, gotcha.
for some time.
Yeah, everyone grab a door and I'll tell you what you see and where you see it.
Don't forget to hang the "Do Not Disturb" on your door.
Boo.
I got a double.
Yeah, there's some with single larger beds, which are a little nicer adorned, and then a couple that are doubled up. It's not revealing all of them, but you guys are all going in different rooms. As you are walking down there, yeah, so you open up these doors, you see mass-produced, chairs, tables, desks, beds. Some there's like clothing strewn about, what look like lab kind of clothes, maybe some papers pinned to the walls with equations, strewn about on them, written on the walls in some places. But yeah, most of them are indeed empty.
While we all are picking out beds, Talara, you notice Idis jumps in the bed in your room and just like grabs a pillow and maybe rips it up a little bit and then uses it to make a bed.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that was intentional that you put Idis with Talara.
Yeah, she's staying with Talara.
Well, I can make her whole now, so.
It's true. I think your friendship already has.
So actually, it looks like the two rooms that you've gone up to here, one of them is indeed locked and that's at the far kind of north side of the dormitories. And on the left side, that one is unlocked, so you can get in there fairly easily. So I will mark this one, which is locked. And as you are walking down, Bumfuzzle and Kaz kind of went to the furthest south ones, almost 100 feet down this corridor. You guys hear, as you're like opening up the doors and going into these two rooms, what sound like some shuffling, some movement inside the areas that Nikithia said are potentially showers or bathrooms of some sort in this direction.
And I look at Kaz and I say, and I put my finger up to my lips. And I tug on my ear, and then I make everyone gather around symbol, and I whisper into my communicator,
I think we got some movement. Everyone come down to the south end of the hall.
Sit down and we'll radio back. So what is the matter?
There's something shuffling in there.
She pulls out her laser pistol, kind of gets ready. Is everybody else coming down?
Ben's like,
be right there.
You just got comfortable in that double bed.
Yeah.
It's like the one bed
No.
that has fit you this entire adventure.
Now, it is very possible that these are just scientists that should not give us any trouble. So, if possible, let's just try to solve this more diplomatically. I'm wondering if maybe someone shouldn't go in there, not armed to the teeth, and try to.
All right,
something.
I'll follow your lead, buddy.
Oh. Is there like a lab coat I mean, Nikithi already kind of wears like a lab coat, but
Yeah, you
is there
can
an
find some in
Aslanti lab coat I can throw on?
the rooms that you kind of popped into. You can grab some.
Okay. And which one of the?
It's like a much smaller fit. It's like a woman's cut coat, but you're able to like, squeeze your oozy arm appendages in there.
Hold on, before you do anything, I have invisibility. I can make you invisible if you want to sneak in there and see what's going on. Anybody can do that.
I think that violates some ethics.
Yeah, no.
we just murdered a bunch of people. I think
Turning
ethics are off the
invisible
table.
Yeah.
and going into the restroom in the bathroom.
Shower
pretty
peeping
sure we
is
threw
not
ethics
okay.
out the
It's
window.
never okay. You can't go invisible and peep in the showers.
Anyway.
We haven't none of that.
Nikithi walks up what looks like behind a series of seafoam plastic curtains. And yeah, you see a large chamber you haven't seen for many years used here in all the bathrooms and showers. Another land of pristine white tiles. Among these, you see shower heads kind of poking out above stalled areas, and in large blocky Aslanti letters along the back wall, a sign that reads, "All non-humanoids must disinfect twice daily." And it is here you see a hunched, stooped figure, humanoid with a mop, cleaning up. in a pale blue flight suit and with a angular, bald head. It is an android of some sort. So this is what we see here. Boom, feel.
Andis?
Definitely, it's a lot creepier than Andis.
This is what they look like, yeah. Pretty nasty looking flight suit, and looks like kind of scrubbing already crystalline white tiles with a fervor.
Janitor Michael Myers.
Yeah, kinda. Nikithi will walk in and be like, excuse me, I didn't know I was interrupting someone's work.
I am sorry.
Will you be performing any cleaning duties in the dormitories today?
I am cleaning all of the dormitories, yes. It's talking kind of down towards your feet, and it refuses to make eye contact.
Due to some personnel changes, the dormitories will not need to be cleaned today. If it is possible, could you come back a different time for the cleanings?
I am only allowed and authorized to clean and sanitize this area.
I see.
And we lock him in the bathroom, or is that not ethical, Nikithi?
I don't even think there's a door. Laura. It's just an open shower.
It's like a curtain.
Yeah, while we lock the curtain.
We can weld the curtain shut or hot glue it.
Right. Alternate
I'm sure
worlds.
Bumfuzzle has something in his gadget thing.
Super glue it shut and be like,
Yeah.
now you live in there. I hope you can't break out of this thin sheet of plastic.
Just like walks through it like a turnstile.
Right.
No, are you trying to send them away?
Yeah. Essentially I would just be like, essentially your cleaning duties are not necessary for this evening.
Right. So they like take their mop and bucket and move out. As soon as they do, stepping through the curtain. What's up, Tyler?
I probably should have told everyone to
Yeah. You didn't think about what was going to happen when you told him to leave, did you?
No, he's going to walk out of the bathroom now. As soon as he comes through, he sees all of you and just kind of keeps their head down. And Bumfuzzle, you take a single look at this figure, and you immediately recognize in them features of your friend, Andis 147. This is the spitting image of them. Perhaps not identical twins, but they are definitely of the same creche. Same angular features, quizzical face, and all of a sudden there's a choir of angels singing in your head. This, for certain, is a member of the Founding 19.
Excuse me, sir.
And I imagine that since he's like looking down, I can just like walk right up to his tootsies and just like look right up into his eyes. I guess I don't know what pronouns this one uses.
Sir, hey you, what are your pronouns?
You can call me Sanadrone 12.
Sanadrone. That's a lovely name. Tell me, Sanadrone, how long you been doing this here gig?
For some time, as they're kind of briefly looking up and seeing like there's a whole gaggle of you weirdos, Sedona kind of presses forward past you, Talar, to get a look. And as soon as she does, taking a look at this android, there's a brief pause, and then she falls to the ground violently, convulsing, her eyes going pale, just as like she did when she collapsed on Outpost Z, and she starts repeating the same word over and over. Aereo, Aereo, Aereo.
Sedona, you alright?
She's not alright. She's like not there again. It's kind of trance-like almost.
Oh gosh.
She's got a wrench on her.
Yeah, I figured that was like the status effect. Sanadrone like looks at her and is like, rocking back and forth on the balls of his feet and says, "She is not right. She is not well. Sanadrone shall get in trouble. You all are going to get Sanadrone 12 in trouble."
No. Take it easy there, Sanadrone. It's all gonna be okay.
A wrist pocket kind of opens up on the android and a spanner pops out into his hand, and he screams something in like primal distress as fear flashes across his face. Oh, we're in combat right now, everybody.
Oh no!
I need you to make an initiative roll.
Ah, yes, an initiative roll that I now get a +2 bonus to.
Okay, calm
Oh
down.
no, I forgot to send it to the turn tracker. I'm a fool and a fraud.
Yep.
Natural 20 for Sanadrone 12.
No.
Let's go, everybody.
This will not end quickly.
Alrighty, so we are in combat. Sanadrone 12 definitely doesn't look okay. And they seem to be kind of menacing at you all. But Bumfuzzle, you pick up on this. You are first in our initiative turn order. What would you like to do?
All right, so he's drawn a weapon, right?
Yeah, it is. It is in the art. It's just like a giant wrench. I don't know how this was in his quick release like body sheath, but it pops out. His entire arm was this wrench.
No. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make a non-lethal trick attack here.
Oh my!
With my pistol. I'm just going to try to like knock him to the ground.
Conk him out.
Yeah. We're gonna say, I guess you can't bleed non-lethal, can you?
I don't know that you would be able to. That's definitely lethal damage.
Yeah. Let me just go for a flat foot on this one. It's -4 to do non-lethal.
It's to hit, but
Yeah.
the engineering will be unfazed.
Yeah. Ooh. CR 5 or lower?
Yes. Oh boy, just made it.
All right. That would be a 19 versus flat-footed KAC.
Against flat-footed, that is a hit.
Oh, nice. 29 points of damage.
Oh my, yeah, that's including your -4. 29. Ouch. So kabonk right on the head of poor Sanadrone 12.
I'm sorry, Sanadrone 12.
Be my friend.
Be my friend. I'll heal you later.
Yeah, so you see him shaking his head as he gets that blow, and it is Sanadrone's turn. He takes a look at you and raises the wrench menacingly, and then moves to his side and is going to just beat Kaz to death with it. But then, as soon as he does, once again, it looks like he's kind of short-circuiting, and it's like unable to attack, and then comes right back and smacks you in the head, Bumfuzzle.
Oh, he can't attack Aslanti.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks. I'm gonna do 2 attacks with a spanner. 11 and a 12. I'm not sure either of those are gonna hit. What is your KAC?
21.
Oh boy. -4. Nope, those are both going to miss, which brings us to Kaz.
Sanadrone, you fool, stand down. That is an order.
Oh no, I can't. Sanadrone 12's in trouble.
You are not in trouble. I determine whether you are in trouble or not, and I declare that you are not as long as you stand down.
Why don't, if you don't want to attack this turn, you can try a diplomacy check.
Oh, this ain't gonna turn out well.
No, he's so good at these. It'll be fun. Maybe you roll a 20.
It's a 19.
Yeah, it still is kind of shying away from you and seems kind of kowtowed by your words, but is trying to fight his way through Bumfuzzle through the hallway to leave. When we're on to you. The janitor's freaking out, man.
I know, but because I can't really squeeze in.
Hey, it's a 10-foot wide hallway. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, yeah, but I can't take up squares of my
Allies.
compatriots.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna use Get 'em on our little android pal there, and work on my juggling.
Okay. Talara, onto you.
Great. Talara is going to take a cue from Bumfuzzle, and I'm going to set my static arc pistol to stun.
Oh, something you can do.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if it hits. It's a 25 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit, even shooting through your goblin friend.
Awesome. So I guess that it is stunned.
That is the critical.
Does that
effect.
just make it non-lethal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's only critical.
Yes.
No, that's
actually,
special. It's a special property.
Yeah. I think it
arc
just
pistol?
allows you.
Yeah, the critical is arc 2.
Yeah, so the stun special ability allows you to choose non-lethal or lethal, I think.
Yeah.
Like you can
Without-
switch.
Yeah, without the negative, right?
Oh, okay.
So,
Right.
that
so
makes
it's just non-lethal.
sense.
Right.
So 9 points of non-lethal.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry, I've never done that before. Talara is not usually one to use non-lethal damage.
Making friends, just zapping them. Okay, he's still standing up. It's looking pretty weary from these 2 hits, though. Nikithi, on to you.
Nikiti's gonna take a nice little step back.
Away from 5 foot of this weapon-wielding guy.
That spanner looks nasty. But Idas can certainly make non-lethal attack. So let's do that. Let's have her move up, and she'll just try to use use a tendril to give this android a smacking.
So a non-lethal attack.
Non-lethal smack. Oh, 16.
Against KAC, even with get 'em, that is going to be a miss. But that's okay because we're back to the start of turn 2, and
even if he's flat-footed,
16, yeah, still right.
I see. Yeah,
double check here. KAC. Oh no, KAC. That is going to be just a hit.
Yay! Good job, Bumfuzzle.
Oh, need to get him too on that one.
That's gonna be 12 points of non-lethal.
Oh, hey, there we go. That is going to be enough to knock him down to his knees. No, knees. And as he goes down, he's like holding his head, and it's like, not name. That is not Sanadrone. Not name Sanadrone. I am not. And the light kind of like goes out of his eyes, and yeah, Sedona kind of wakes up almost as soon as he goes down, shaking off her condition, and immediately goes up to Sanadrone and heals him, casts a spell, and you see kind of like magic swirling around his body, and the big bump that he had on his head heal up from Bumfuzzle. And she looks over him and says, You are not Sanadrone. Your name is Aeon, and when I was held here and tortured, I woke up to one of the scientists injecting me, and what I thought was some kind of pain inducer, but it was a healing stem. It was this android. You were disguised as a human scientist, and you let your guard down. You gave yourself up to help me. His name is Aeon, and they must have caught him. He said he was infiltrating to spring others like him from captivity. Isn't that right, Aeon? The android is kind of leaking lubricant out of his eyes and just like feebly nods and says, Yes, I am Aeon. The Aslanti found me out. I took Sedona's place here on the rack where they broke into my mind. My exocortex was cut up. It still has not healed, but they broke me down and renamed me Sanadrone. Sanadrone, aka Aeon, kind of has like a renewed clarity, is like looking you all in the eyes, looks a little more like sure-footed as he stands up with Sedona's help and says, What are you all doing here? Sedona, if you escaped, why did you come back here?
Well, we're here to make sure that the technology that the Sardet was interested in never makes it off of this rock. But I think we might have another reason for being here now.
Sedona kind of like looks you over Bumfuzzle, gives you like a nodding, knowing glance.
I give her a wink.
She gives you a double wink, aka a blink.
A blink.
She blinks in your direction. Androids are not good at these human motions. Yeah, Aeon says, now that I recall who I am, I would like to help out in any way possible. Perhaps I can retain this guise of Sanadrone 12 and act as a sort of lookout for you all. Watch if there are any comings and goings on the level above. They don't seem to take notice of me while I go about my cleaning.
I reach into my belt and I pull out a personal comm and I hand it to him and I say,
Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. Why don't you keep an eye out? We got some hurt people here who could really use a rest.
I will head upstairs and do as you command. He takes your comms channel and says, yes, I will wait here until you are rested up. But yes, if you are indeed successful in your mission, I would love a ride off of this damnable rock. My people in the Resistance have probably counted me among the dead for some time.
I think we could arrange that very easily.
But I call dibs on the pilot's chair.
Oh, that's... Okay. we'll talk about it later.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right, exactly. We're gonna have like a rocket and Chris Pratt.
Right, so they'll move back up to the elevator.
Nikithi would walk up to Bumpus and say, "You are very excited when you saw that android. Any particular reason besides his assistance that he obviously gave Sedona?"
That
I can't remember. Is it common knowledge? Like, I mean, did I tell everybody why I was out here?
I don't think you really have explained your side mission.
Yeah, I mean, you insisted that we go to once we had
Alluvion.
You insisted we go to Alluvion because she was really, really important. But you never really were like, oh, she's important because all of
right. I think that was just a moment that I had with her where I was explaining and she broke it to me that was not the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Go right ahead.
Well, you remember how when we came out here, it was really important for me to find Sedona, right?
Yes, you were very fixated on getting her to Alluvion.
Yes, that's, well, I was, I guess, a bit mistaken about that, but, that android right there, he's the one I'm looking for. So now we gotta get him back real safe.
Well, I am very happy to deny the Aslanti any of their prisoners, so I will more than happily help you get this android to Alluvion.
You're helping more than you know, Nikithi. You're helping more than you know.
But for now, we should rest. I am very tired, and Wynn has his grumpy face on.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
If it's no more trouble, I'm just gonna flick all the doors open along here and just like confirm that nothing is, there's not like I guess it wouldn't be a zombie if the area was cleaning around here. So.
No zombies, but that you do indeed find there is a locked door at the end of the hallway.
Does he know who might be in the locked door or what is?
No, doesn't have access to that one.
Well, I hate a locked door, and I'll just be real quick about it.
Make me an engineering check.
All right.
Famous last words.
34.
DC 30. Crack this open, and it just looks like a kind of a nicer room than some of the other ones here.
Check the garbage can. There are rare candies in there sometimes.
I go to the garbage can.
Oh, the garbage can is full of papers.
Oh, man.
So in this room, Bumfuzzle, you find what looks like a holographic projector kind of splayed out on top of the table amongst a whole bunch of notes, and it is as well is seems to be biometrically locked.
Is that a computer's check or is that a engineering check?
It'll be engineering as well.
Well, all right.
To beat.
26, I think. It's not unlocking a door.
It is not, but it seemed to be like the same kind of biometrics that were locking you out of the door. It does not unlock. You can try again in the morning if you take a little nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just that.
We'll say that's when you guys level up and can potentially take another look. So you guys rest. It is uninterrupted. Nothing from Aeon as they head upstairs. He heads upstairs. Sedona will rest as well. You find her in the morning, what looks like in meditation, in a meditative pose. You've seen her in Outpost said a great deal like this as she is kind of like going over spells, magical connections in her mind. Before we leave here, go ahead and see if you can make another engineering check to unlock the.
I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna go see if Nikithi can help me out with this.
I will certainly assist you, my friend. Auto assist, auto assist.
Well, do you want to make 2 different checks, or do you want to try to assist on it?
2 different checks, I guess.
All right, let's do 2 different checks. Okay, well that's not bad.
Oh, now it's a race to see who can do it first.
Oh yeah,
Puzzle 33. Oh, Nikithiel.
Oh, my bonus isn't as good. I did good from me.
Right, so it is indeed what looks like a whole set of personal scientific logs arranged kind of like reverse chronologically. The first one just auto plays as soon as you get it unlocked, and you see the holographic image of a shrewd, dark-haired female human scientist, and seems to be looking over some notes as they are talking towards a camera. And she says, Oliviana here, log date AZ9219, another day with little progress. Zolan's insistence that each team work independently without contact with one another is taking its toll. I understand the need for secrecy, but if you want this drive unlocked, then the departments need to communicate with one another. As frustrating as that is, the increased security breathing down my neck is beginning to put a strain on my work. This Aeon Guard specialist, Evandrian, that showed up unannounced from out of nowhere, especially, is becoming irksome. Said he was taking over our security protocols and reporting above the Sardet's head back to the Empire. I am unsure if the Sardet informed this meathead of our delicate work here or not, but the stress of one of these scientists letting it slip some of the details of our work is agonizing. I am worried that the Sardat could be censored or exiled for keeping this from New Thespera. Perhaps worse. The Sardat said that he is not worried and he would take control of the situation personally, but I do not know. Perhaps I worry too much. I will rest tonight and see how I feel in the morning about all this. Oliviana, out.
Bumfuzzle. You know it would be much harder to be adventurers if the evildoers did not keep accurate audio logs of everything that had transpired.
I know. That's why I never keep a journal. But don't go in my room, okay?
I will. Okay.
It's like Nikki winks at him because he's been reading his journal. No.
He's like, oh, I've definitely already hacked into your journal.
Right? Yeah.
Dear diary.
Yeah. That thing on page 10. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder what happened to the scientists.
Are there any more logs like that one?
Let's see.
It looks like most of the logs after this are pretty ho-hum, giving like momentary brief kind of recaps of work days. And it does, if you're listening to a few of them, seem like she's describing the Rune drive, but in like very certain parts, she lets slip, things like quantum entanglements and theories about alternate universes and things like that, all kinds of crazy stuff, but none of it seems to be very well kept or,
Yeah.
I must admit, this actually eases my worries a little bit. It seems like they are having difficulty unlocking the full potential of the Rune drive, which means we may still be in time to stop all of this without any major repercussions.
Unless they followed the scientists' instructions and merged the teams together. If that were the case, they could be working together right now and could be closer to unlocking it than ever before.
Kaz, you startled me.
Yeah, Nikithi jumps out of his shoes. He's like, oh my god, I'm old. You almost killed me.
I could not sleep because you fools kept trying to unlock doors.
Drew, before we get to you, make me a perception check. Just see if you set off the trap that is going to kill everybody. Nope. Okay. 13 on the dice roll.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, you're able to, you have a restless sleep. You're not really sure why. Something making noise in your room, but you do, you can meet up with these two as they're looking over these data files, and you guys are getting ready to head back out.
May I ask a rules question?
But you guys can all talk about what has transpired on the tapes and with Irio. Rules question, go ahead.
It's been a while since we had to rest in the middle of a campaign like this. Mm-hmm. How long did we sleep and how much HP do we gain back?
If you're getting like 8 hours, which, is a fairly standard amount, you get back your level in HP. And like I said, Sedona does have some spells that she can burn before you guys rest up, basically. So I think she'll be able to get everyone to full. How much are you down, or Kaz down?
I'm at 41 out of 52, so fairly close now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's before any healing, or before any Sedona healing, so, and resting.
Right.
I am at 31 out of 42.
Maybe some healing for Win and Cass.
Yeah,
So she has, I will tell you guys now, 3 castings of level 2 Mystic Cure.
And I'm assuming this is something she did after we woke up, or before?
She can do it before you go to sleep. So let's do
awesome.
couple for Kaz and a couple for, or one for Win. Okay, roll some dice up here. And I've rolled on 3d8, a 7 and 11, so that's 18. And then that is in addition to her wisdom modifier, so that's going to be plus 10 for those 2.
Yeah, didn't even need that. I needed like 11. So
and for Win, rolling up another good one, that is 21 points of HP. Excellent.
Back in business.
Everyone is. Great. Any other business, new, old, anyone needs to bring to the table before you guys move on?
Kaz, this woman, this female Aslanti scientist, is she an old girlfriend as well?
I did not keep the little black book of whatever my previous life was.
But
Next time you should.
we did date for a small period of time.
Yeah.
But I checked her Spacebook profile, and apparently yes.
You got around. I'm very impressed by your mating abilities.
We're moving on, everyone.
Yes,
Please.
I really hope Patrick didn't make that character Kaz's mom or something.
Well, now, when you put it like that.
Hold on. So has everyone been briefed on what was in the hologram, like including Talara, before I ask questions about it?
Yeah, you guys can, spend the breakfast time basically going
just
over
talking
that.
about it. Well, all right. So one thing that struck me in that is that apparently Evandrian just showed up out of nowhere. Like, is he a spy from the Aslanti Empire? And if so, does that spell trouble for us or trouble for the Sardat, or both, or neither? What do we need to do about this? Or do we just let it ride?
Those are all the options.
Yeah, those are all the options.
It does seem like Evandrian is posing quite the problem to the Sardat, although, according to this audio log, he is not too worried about it.
The Sardat's position is strong, but it seems as though there are some elements of the Empire that do not want him to have access to this technology. I wonder if the Sardat is trying to make a play for the throne itself.
If he is able to successfully recreate the rune drive, it will rocket his position of power for sure. Either way, Evandrian is a thorn in our side as well. Eliminating him will only help us.
I wonder if there's anything we could do to pit factions of the Aslanti against each other. Perhaps send a message to the Empire that the Sardat is close, cause them to call some sort of... No, that will never work.
Patrick, do we have a 1-800 number for New Thespera and the Aeon throne?
Yes, 1-800 fascist green people. You will be charged for long distance though, so that's how they get you.
Talara would speak up and be like, yeah, we don't want to get them involved any more than we have to, but even if we are able to get the rune drive back from the Sardat, I know enough from my smuggling days that if there's someone trying to stop him, he's going to try to stop us. So
I think the adage is the enemy of my enemy is my double enemy. That's how that works.
Sounds about right.
My frenemy.
So you guys rested up, are going to continue on going back upstairs and then down the only other elevator towards the scientific level of the facility. Aereo kind of like, is still pretending to be Synedrone up on the entry level, the upper level of Aurelos. We'll give you like a little wave and like a curt thumbs up, knowing that cameras are still recording here as you walk by. And you guys can descend yet again, heading back down now much longer elevator shaft. It's like a good minute ride, slow, excruciating ride to the bottom, and you get to another, sterile, kind of like white hallway. Here, if you can see, we are in a different section of the same map, which is the lower sections of Aurelos. We're kind of like in the center. You guys see yourselves?
I do.
Right, so the hallway extends out going east, and there's another offshoot as you exit out of the elevator going south. There are, as soon as the elevator opens, you can tell that there's a camera kind of like looking in your direction. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
Oh, so they know we're here because of cameras.
Well,
Yeah.
Evandrian was also here, and he
Yeah,
didn't kill him.
we've
so.
made a pretty loud appearance. I think it's no longer a surprise that we're here.
we all got to take a nap, so I guess maybe we're probably fine. All right.
Can I see further down either of these two hallways?
As you go to the apex of them, let's see here. You can see down into the south. It looks like it opens up a bit into a larger chamber, and towards the east, the ceilings kind of open up a bit, going up, and you see what looks like a catwalk hanging over the hallway there.
Nikithi, do you remember anything about the layout of this particular area of the facility?
GM.
Do I know that he worked here, by the way? I guess I should ask that first.
Oh yeah, you're aware.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's talked about it a great deal. You weren't really given free reign of the science labs. You were kind of kept in one location. You through the grapevine knew that there were at least like 3 or 4 different main sites down here. It's probably why this is such a huge map. But yeah, maybe you were like stuck in the one to maybe potentially the west. You're not even too sure of the directions.
I am not aware of too many of the other labs. I believe my old lab was westernly, but whether that is the way we should go, I'm afraid I am not very useful here.
So maybe the south.
To the east
If you want-
sounds like. Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
So there are catwalks to the east. Is that where it opens up?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. To the east sounds like a larger space. I would assume that anything they're doing on the Rune drive, they would want to have a ship available, and it seems like that might be a larger space to test something like that.
That sounds reasonable to me.
Is that the direction you want to head?
Yeah.
Anybody else want to weigh in?
larger
space.
Yeah, more 10-foot wide hallways for our friend Wynn. Put yourself in the marching order, and everyone give me a perception check.
I've gotten better at the...
Drew, what do you get there?
That is a natural 20 for a 30 perception check.
Oh man, that's a shame. That's just below our DC of what we need.
You pronkin' jerk.
DC 32. As you're walking forward here, the ceiling does raise up to about 30 feet, and you can see where there are catwalks and kind of overhanging open areas looking down on this hall. And those off to the side are about 20 feet up above the ground. They've got, covered railings on them. And at the end of this hall, you can see another 20 feet on from where you're standing, another set of very large iron double doors. As you guys are walking forward, all at once, 3 figures, the catwalk above, move into position on each side of the hallway. You see, oh boy, let's reveal on the map what you guys see. You see Aslanti, Aeon guard, a couple of them to the north and south, looking down on you, getting ready to throw grenades. And there's one on the gangway up above you with his rifle steadied on the railing, aiming in your direction. Oh, we're initiative turn. Order right now.
Yay. No.
Boo.
Bronk.
What? I just rolled a 19 on the dice, and this is like the one time Bumbles doesn't roll like 29 or something. Bumbles is always at the top there. Right, so I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm going first here. We indeed did not see them hiding out of ear or visual shot. I will put Sedona at the bottom of our turn order in case we get to her. And in the first round of combat, these Aeon Guard, ready all night long. They've been hitting stems and having some coffee, are going to enact their plan, which is, unfortunately, throw some grenades and do some firing in your direction. So a couple grenades, clack, clack, down at your feet. A set of 12s on the dice. These are both hits. And yeah, from where they're standing, I'm going to need, I believe, everybody to make 2 reflex saves. 2 back-to-back, and it's fairly simple. This is DC 15, I believe. DC 15.
I love this because I get to make 4. Natural 2.
You're rolling a...
Oh, come on, Idis. Come on, I just buffed these. Rolled a 2 and a 3 for a 6 and a 7. And Nikki rolled a 3 as well.
All right, so I'll let you guys educate your rolls here for the most part. Grenades going off like almost right at Wynn's feet. This is going to be the first roll that you've made. The first grenade, a frag grenade goes off. A whump. And a whopping 4 points of damage, 2 if you have saved piercing damage. And the second grenade, let's see if I can do better than a 3 and a 1. Yeah, that's a lot better. Second grenade, if you failed that second save, is 11 points of damage. Oof. Yikes. We're not done because we've got a third Aeon Guard here who's got his AG assault rifle. And a plan for them as well. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this going to be a automatic attack?
Oh, you know it's got to be. Yes. So,
yeah.
But from where they're seeing, they can really only get a great view of Wynn, Bumfuzzle, and Kaz, who are kind of in the front. Everyone else is getting a lot of cover in the back there. This is half of the AG rifles ranged, though. So this, let's see, this can hit everyone. It's 80 feet range, so 40 foot on the assault attack. So I'm going to go down the initiative turn order and make some attacks. Now, mind you, with the automatic fire, sadly, no critical hits, but it does count as a full attack. Ooh, boy.
Oh, Brock.
Probably good that I can't roll 20s. Crits. So the first 2, Bumfuzzle and Kaz, right up front, maybe they're aiming a little high because I rolled a 4 and a 4, so those are misses. The next, Nikki at the very back, I've rolled a 19.
I hate you, dude.
Well,
that's
actually,
such garbage.
I've rolled a 19 and a 3. One of these is going to be for you. One of these is for Idis. So let's see. 1, 2, it's Nikithi for that 19. Ooh, no, Idis is getting hit.
Oh, I kind of would wish you just hit Nikithi.
Yeah, Nikithi rolled a 3. That is a miss. Oh, boy, who's next? Talara, 16. What is your KAC?
It is 18.
Oh, yes, definitely a hit in these 2 20s. Gonna hit a Wynn and a Sedona. I forget how I've done this in the past. Separate damage for everyone hit? Yeah.
No, I think it's 1 damage.
It's 1 damage. Yeah,
that applies to
everybody. 1 damage roll.
Okay.
Individual hits, 1 damage.
This is a D8, so not terrible, but a bunch of people getting some damage. 5 points of damage, everyone that was hit. So we're talking Wynn, Sedona, Talara, and Idis. I will mark that on Sedona's sheet. That is a full round action, and yeah, you hear the gun go, click, 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 click. I think that's going to take all the ammo. And that is their turn, bringing us to Bumfuzzle next.
All right, let's see. So these 2 guys to our north and south, they're sort of on raised platforms.
Yeah, they're 20 feet up on what just looks like overhanging kind of balconies above the hallway.
Okay, so these
we'll call it, for shorthand, the murder hallway, where they've been waiting to ambush.
So these little gaps in the walls here, those don't represent like stairwells or anything.
Nope, you don't see any stairwell from where you're at.
All right.
Do we assume that the entire space is a catwalk, or just part of that space?
The spaces that they're standing on are catwalk, yeah. There's no area underneath them. The hallway is 10 foot wide, and then just 20 feet up you see what looks like these 3 overhanging slightly overhanging areas.
Basically, I'm just asking, like, because we have one that's a little beige and one that's a little gray. Are those also high up on the catwalk, or are those? I guess maybe we can't see that from me.
Yeah, not really sure.
Alrighty. I'm going to fire at, let's say
north, east, and south.
Yeah, the guy to the south. He's sort of like just up over me, and I can see him sort of peeking his head over the side. And I'm going to stuff some junk down into my sonic pistol, and
yeah, you are.
I've got all the sharpest stuff in my sonic pistol, and
that is against the warranty.
It's probably gonna break. We'll see. CR4 or lower.
That will be a success.
Right.
Trick.
That'd be an 18 versus flat-footed EAC.
Flat-footed EAC, but they are getting full cover up there. 18 against it?
Mm-hmm.
That is a miss.
All right.
Mm-hmm. That is your turn, bringing us to Kaz. Drew.
So I can see them up. I can see them, correct?
Yeah, you can just see them poking their heads out above the railing, right above you.
Okay. Can I tell from the ground that I can either land using my jump jets here or here on either side of these guys?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can just land in the beige area that marks the catwalks. This area is like a wall, a column.
Okay, cool. That's what I was trying to ask last turn. Cool. All right. We are going to use a fancy move called the Hobgar King Leap. And I want to jump up here with my jump jets, land right here, and punch this fool in their face.
Oh, that's going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Bring it.
Moving through. Oh, no, that's what you wanted. Oh, no, I've rolled the 1.
Yes!
Yeah, so he goes in with this Thunderstrike pistol and just destroys the railing as soon as you, vault past it. Make your attack, Cass. You've studied these Aeon Guard, and you've got some of their training somewhere in your backstory.
Let's see this level 6 attack.
That is 16 versus flat-footed EAC.
Ooh, no cover here for these guys, but a 16 even flat-footed is a miss. Ooh, boy.
Darn.
Yikes. Nikithi, we are on to you. Now we got Kaz up. He has left the hallway.
All right, so I assume if Idis makes any shots on these guys, these individuals from down here, they're going to have full cover.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Tough. Well, let's try... Oh, man, how are we going to fight guys on catwalks? Boy, this sucks. Let's just try shooting the one that just did a bunch of automatic fire. Nikithi's going to use a move action to overcharge the gun on Idis.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to just try and provide some harrying fire.
Oh, okay.
We'll just try and make it easier for Idis to hit. I assume the full cover also applies to this attack, so
I believe so.
I don't hold out too much hope here. But worse things have happened. Does a 24 hit your EAC?
24 does.
You are harried, and I wasted a really good attack roll on Nikithi.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we have a overcharged Idis. Let's see if she can't hit that same cat with a +2 bonus.
So the harried is just a DC 15 to hit the area and cause them to duck down. So it doesn't go against their armor class at all.
Oh, that's true.
But they are harried, and you're giving your drone a bonus.
Yes. So Let's hope this attack roll is good. I also... Oh, did I roll 2 17s in a row?
Jeez,
I'm
Louise.
Special. I rolled a 28.
That's a hit.
And that's going to be an extra d6 of damage. So let me give you the total here. Oh, come on.
1 on the d6.
Extra 1 on the d6. That's 16 points of damage.
All right, first points of damage on these Aslanti Elite Guard. As this one looks like he's about to scramble to maybe replace his battery. That is going to take us to Talara. Rebecca, we're on to you.
All right, I am tempted to try one of my new spells. This level, I picked up a new level 2 spell called Fear.
Ooh.
So I could use that to try to frighten a couple of these guys, but it only works on CR4 or lower, and I don't know for sure that these are CR4 or lower.
I can confirm for you that they are.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Through the magic of metagaming, they definitely are. Because
Some puzzle over
Puzzle.
comm units is like, Talara, you can totally scare these guys.
I don't know how your new spell works, but I think it works like this.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to try to fear a couple of these.
Fear, as per the spell. Now, is this what level fear is this?
So this is second level spell, a second level spell, which means that I can affect at level 6. I can affect 2 living creatures with this one spell.
Per 3 caster levels. Yeah, 1 living creature. So there's 3 of them. Which ones do you want to hit?
I'm gonna go for the one that Kaz is attacking and the one in the middle.
All right, this one reloading or looking like they are about to, and this is, I mean, just a will save, right?
Yep, just a will save.
As you are indeed going into their subconscious, maybe unlocking the reptilian section of their brain that's like, get out of here. They got a bear. They got a giant bear that's going to eat you. What is the DC for this level 2 casting of fear?
It is 16.
Their will is absolutely their worst save. So let's roll these. The first one will be the guy on the bridge spanning across. Okay. This guy makes it. The one on Kaz that was like, no. I've rolled a 4 in fear, and it looks like indeed this guy is getting ready to bolt.
So he is now frightened for 1 minute.
Frightened is a pretty intense condition. I don't think we've had too much here on the podcast, but you flee from the source of your fear as best you can. In this case, a demon named Talara. That will be taking effect his turn. When is next?
So, I was actually planning on doing something very similar. I am going to try to use Menacing Gaze, which allows me to demoralize a small group as a full action.
Oh yeah, baby.
What's Wednesday?
This is fun.
So when you would basically, I can do an Intimidate check and forego the expertise die to briefly demoralize a small group as full action. And they have to be within 60 feet, and they cannot be 20 feet more than 20. No two can be 20 feet apart, which none of them are. The DC of this check is equal to the highest DC to demoralize any one of the foes. If you are successful, the target gains the shaken condition for 1 round.
Oh my goodness. Right, so that would be against all of them?
Yes.
Right? So the DC of this check is equal to the highest DC to demoralize. So these guys are all going to be the same, I believe, for the demoralize check. Go ahead and make the intimidate check, and we'll see.
All right.
I need to look up the DC.
21.
So for demoralize, it is 15 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR, or 10 plus their intimidate bonus. Now let's see. I believe the 1.5 the CR is going to be higher, and that is enough. Actually, a 21 will be enough.
Yes! So they are all 3 shaken for 1 round.
They just entered the fear factor.
I mean, this one guy is basically double shaken, right?
Attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks. No, that one guy's frightened, which is like much worse.
Well, it's the same. Isn't it the same like negatives though?
Well, no, frightened is you flee. These other guys can stay and fight at the very least.
Yeah, that guy's like compelled to run away as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Sedona will, on her turn, try and make a shot at the one Kaz is going to roll the 9 on the dice. That's a miss against EAC, which brings us back to the top of the turn order. Drew, hey, you can make an attack of opportunity as this guy is going to try and run.
That's a 23 versus whatever negatives he's got.
That is a hit against the AC. I don't need to look up any negatives. It's a hit.
For 16 points of acid damage.
Ooh, ouch. Okay, so first hit on that guy. He is out of there. This one on the bridge is indeed going to spend his turn fumbling to get an ammo pack out and load it into his rifle, as this other one is going to sling his up and is going to take a shot. Let's see if he wants to shoot up at Kaz or shoot down below. Oh, up at Kaz. So Kaz, you're getting a little bit of armor here, but he's going to try and take a shot with his EG rifle. 4 on the dice. With the shaking condition, definitely a miss.
Can I just catch the bullet? I just want to do that.
Just swat it out of the air like a bumblebee. That is, well, they had an impressive first turn. Second turn, not that good. Bump us over onto you.
All right. I see the Aeon guard to the north shooting across the gap at Kaz, and I'm going to take advantage of his distraction. I guess their distraction. I don't know who that is. Anyway, I'm going to kill him. And so I pull out my my flashy boomerang, and I throw it. I throw it up in the air, and then I shoot him with my gun.
I catch the boomerang, and it's like, look out for the bullet.
Saw the bullet's coming.
It's a lot of words on that boomerang.
Oh,
a perfect distraction, a terrible shot.
Right, yeah. So, all right, yeah, let's moving on.
5 on the dice to hit. It is going twang right by their head. Kaz, we're back to you.
Table talk. Should I go after the guy that's running away and worried that he might bring more folks to it?
Do what you like, man.
There's no wrong answer. Do what Kaz would do.
That guy is going to be running away for some time, though, so it's up to you.
I will chase him at least this far and punch him in his dumb face.
Okay, punch the back of his head. Yeah, he's opened the door here, and you can see looks like another door about maybe 10 feet away, and opens up into a larger room.
Actually, I'm changing my mind on that. I want to hit him with a dirty trick.
Oh, what do you want to do?
Let's see if I land it first.
Ooh, I think Drew's going to go for an encumbering.
That is a 19 versus whatever negatives he has versus EAC.
Well, I should say, I'm sorry, you're just saying that was against EAC, but is that EAC plus 4?
I believe I have that in my yes. Because on my dirty trick, I think I added all that stuff into the attack.
Right. So normally you're going up against their EAC plus 8, but you've got the bonuses added in there.
Yes, correct. Sorry.
Just against EAC 19, that is a miss.
Oh, well, never mind.
I think we messed up on the last one you did that. Mind you, that will always be against that number, but you do get a plus 4 bonus that you've added into your dirty trick.
So it's plus 4 versus, but it's normally plus 8. Mm-hmm. Dirty tricks are hard. All combat maneuvers are difficult to pull off in this game.
Well, you roll the 5 on the dice, so I should say that will have a better a better effect on the capability of getting these off. Because I'm saying Nikithi, we're on to you because Drew's broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do. I mean, if it ain't broke, right? Let's Harry overcharge and shoot with Itis. Man, can I roll 2 more 17s? That'd be dope.
Mathematically, no, you cannot.
Attempt to Harry. I've rolled a natural 1, so.
So you shoot yourself in the foot. you harry yourself.
Okay, well, they're not harried.
No, the gun is jammed.
They feel at ease. But a Corona laser rifle to your shoulder. That's happening. Because I rolled an 11! And that's going to be an 18 versus EAC. Let you cover.
Unfortunately, not going to do it. The shaking condition gives them, for this entire turn, a bunch of negatives, but none to armor class and AC.
A mighty unfortunate bit of business.
But maybe Talara can pull something else out. Rebecca, what you got now?
Yeah, not immediately. I'm going to start a summon.
Okay. Win, Miles.
So that one guy is busy reloading. The other guy is...
Oh, he's reloaded.
All right, so the one closest to win, the one that Bumfuzzle tried to attack. I'm going to put Get 'em on it.
Get him, got him, the one to the north.
And then I am going to get at him with my trident.
So he's about 20 foot up. I don't think from where you're standing.
Oh, he's 20. I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was raised.
If you want to take that back, you can move directly under him and potentially get a hit in, but no get him then.
Okay, that's
Get him off there.
all right. Well, then I'm gonna move directly under him, and let's see.
Tridenting, of course, to give you that range.
Yeah, that is an 18.
A miss! Oh! Sedona's gonna move forward as well behind Bumfuzzle. Try and give some fire relief against that same target. Oh, an 11 on the dice. That's not bad for Sedona. That is still a miss, though. Pretty sure. Sorry, she's not combat spec'd, but she is here if you guys need a spell or two. Or if you really want her to like get all up in things, she can use some. She has some attack spells, not a lot. She has some. Okay, that was close to hitting. 11 on the dice. Turn 3. We're back to these guys. Drew, you can make a attack of opportunity because this Aeon Guard is going to slip into this next room, just running in fear.
That's a 21 versus whatever negatives that guy has.
That is a hit. How much damage are we talking?
16 points of acid damage.
16. You did 16 last time. That's a lot. All right, so he's bloodied as he's running away. This gentleman who's on the bridge now has a clear line of sight at you, Kaz, and don't think he wants to full attack again. I think he's just going to make a couple attacks against Kaz. Miles, you can make an attack of opportunity or right below this guy as well.
I will. Oh, God.
No, can't roll over a 10, but I can. I've rolled a 19 and a 12 with this gentleman. What is your KAC?
So my KAC...
12 is a miss.
Yeah, then my KAC is 20 with the entropy point that I earned when you shot all of us at the start of the fight. So
your KAC?
KAC and EAC are 20.
Oh, okay. Then that is a hit. So 2 hits.
Oh, great.
Yeah, thanks. Oh boy. 7 and a 5 on 2d8. So we are talking 18 points of piercing damage. 2 bullets ripping through your side. This guy is going to similarly. He'll take a couple shots at Win. Just nearly got stabbed. Oh, I've rolled damage, not attack rolls. So let's do attack first.
I got real excited for a second.
Well, I've rolled an 11 and a 3 on the dice, so I think these are both hits as well. I'm just going to keep that damage roll. 16 points damage to the big bear.
Does Win get an attack of opportunity for that too?
Already used it.
Oh, that's right. You only have one reaction.
We're back to Bumfuzzle.
All right. I know it hasn't worked yet, but it's going to work eventually.
Sedona puts a hand on your shoulder and calms you. It's like, you have this, goblin. You have this.
Okay, here we go.
You didn't have it that time, but you do have this. I believe in you.
All right, I'll just hang out for another round.
Oh boy, so many good rolls on the trick attack, but not on the attack. Kaz, we're back to you. You've got one running away. You've got one now shooting you. What would you like to do?
The enemy in front of you is more important than the enemy that's not in front of you. He's going to run up and do a swift kick to this dude's chest.
Good.
And tropic strike.
Okay, so the one on the bridge that is just shot you. Yikes.
That is a 23
versus that's a hit.
Negatives for 20 points of acid damage.
Oh my goodness, he's bloodied again! Another bloodied Aeon Guard, not doing too well after one hit from the caster. Nikithi, we are back to you.
I'm tempted to have Idis just climb the walls and go after some of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, get up in the scrum. I don't know why you're shooting down below. You are at a disadvantage.
I would love some flanking. It would be so nice.
Yeah, Kaz is up here cleaning up.
Patrick, with 60 foot of movement, could Idis climb the walls and get behind this Aeon Guard that Kaz is threatening?
So basically 40 foot of movement because you're going 20 up. That will be the one that Kaz is threatening. I don't think you'd be able to get to that one.
I've got a demon coming up.
I was about to say, you would be trying to move through their square from where they are.
Oh, yeah, and
Well,
Talara's got a demon about to happen, so...
Okay, well then how about she just climbs up and threatens this one, so it has to at least maybe think twice about shooting down below. But I believe that will take her full movement, and then let's do something rare. Let's just have Nikithi shoot a fool for fun. Oh wait, actually, maybe I can do something else fun.
Like what? Like what, Tyler?
Oh, I'm wondering if I can't, what's it called? Overload. Because do these guys have pulse gauntlets like they often have?
Yes, they do. They do indeed.
Ha ha ha. Then I will, because Idis is right next to one of them, I can, as a standard action, cause a short in the electronical device, including most ranged energy weapons, melee weapons with the powered special property, or a single armor upgrade.
Does Idis have a standard? I thought you said she was out of action.
Yes, but the drone doesn't take the action. I take the action. It says that if you have a drone, you can instead use this ability on an electronic device adjacent to the drone. But it doesn't say the drone has to take the action. I guess that's a ruling for you. Overload. 3rd level mechanic ability.
Yeah, I believe it's just adjacent. So you're always taking the action no matter what. But could be adjacent to you or the drone from the reading of this.
That's how I was reading it.
Yep. So you can have her do all her actions, but your standard is to use this ability.
Yes. And the DC is going to be 18.
Reflex?
I believe that is correct, which is probably their best. So
actually, it is not.
Ooh, that makes me more excited.
When I roll with 15 on the dice, they have saved, so...
Drat!
Nothing for Nikithi, but it's a Talara turn, which means the battlefield gets even more bloated. We have a friend or friends coming in. What we got?
Just a small demon is coming in.
Baby demon.
Small demons got people to kill.
What? Anyway, so
Randy Newman, short people have no reason to live. Small demons got.
Oh my goodness, is that a Randy Newman
quite a reach. All right, so the demon is going to pop up and flank with Kaz against this Aeon guard, and Short Stuff is going to take 2 bites because he is bloodthirsty.
We fish.
I will say you can summon him there if you move maybe further down the hallway to get a good look. I'm not sure if you can see from where you are. Maybe next.
Yeah, I was thinking if I took like a 5-foot step forward, then I would be clear of that column.
Yeah, you can. I think
Kaz really went where I was going to summon. But.
Yeah, right. You can just see it from there. Sorry. So that will take a move, but double attack, you say?
Yeah, double attack by the demon.
Oh, so greedy. So greedy. Let's see what the attacks say. The dice are talking.
All right, and this includes the -2. That's a 24 to hit.
-2?
-4 for the double attack, and then +2 for flanking. So -2 altogether, meaning a 24 to attack.
Against KAC, that is
awesome. So that's 9 damage.
9 damage. He's still up. Look at him go. Second attack.
That's a 20.
Against KAC is a miss.
Oh no.
Yeah,
so close.
Second one couldn't get through. You still have a standard. What would you like to do?
Nothing. I'm gonna just stand here.
I want to try to kill steal that shot.
Well, there's a big Win in the way. I feel like
they're 20 feet up. Win's not going to be in the way.
You can see right above Win.
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, I can try to attack. Sure, I'll use my static arc pistol. Oh, before I use my static arc pistol, I'm turning it off of stun.
Oh, okay.
I believe that takes a move action.
I mean, that was the previous day. I can.
We're fudging it, right? That's a 24 to hit.
Against EAC is just a hit.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. So that does 7 damage.
Kill, steal, and Talar.
Finally.
Boom. 7 points, yeah. Had 3 left. Not going to get to the next round. Win, there's still one more combatant here right above you.
All right, I am going to get him
back on this one.
On this fella, and then I'm gonna take a stab at him with my trident.
Stab away.
It's a 19.
19 is going to be a miss, unfortunately. Okay. Sedona's back here. She's going to take a pot shot. Try to get up over that railing. Hey, 14 on the dice is a hit. And she's got an Otay pistol. It's Corona laser pistol. Oh boy, 11 points of damage for Sedona.
Dang.
Yeah, let's get a good one in the chat. That's the first damage this one has taken, and bringing us to another new turn where we've got one guard here. Got his pulse gauntlet, so is going to use them and going to try and punch Idis twice.
Patrick, I would like an update on the
once.
guy who ran away.
He's probably crying somewhere for I mean, I think it's a full minute at the very least, right?
Yeah, it is a minute.
It's a long time in combat. All right, so it's going to loosen the grip on his rifle and going to take a single punch at Idis. 10 on the dice. What is Idis's KAC? Because this is bludgeoning and sonic.
It is garbage. 19?
That's just hits.
Thought so.
So D6, 8 points of bludgeoning / sonic damage. And they will stay right where they are because they don't want to be flanked. And that brings us to Bumfuzzle.
So I just looked at my my inventory and realized that something like 8 episodes ago I bought jump jets and I just forgot.
Oh well, that's not Bumfuzzle style. You're more grappling hook and nearly die over a chasm kind of goblin. So
apparently, but I've had them in my boots for since we left the Outpost Zed. I just forgot I had them there. I'll tell you, partying with those Glimshar pirates. That's
they were in your fanny pack.
Yeah, let's say they were in my fanny pack. So I'm going to jump up here so I can at least negate some of that cover.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier now that you are on the same level as this fool.
And I'm going to take a shot at this jerk.
Is this going to be the magic luck you need to get in this fight? Get a piece of this action.
Hit him. There it is.
Oh, that's all you needed.
Yes, there it is.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yes. That's 28 points of damage, and then the boomerang comes back and clips him right on the neck. It's a bleed.
Oh, I'm sorry, 28?
28 points of damage.
28? That's a lot. All right, not enough to kill this guy, but he's immediately bloodied. That would have bloodied him if he was at 0, and he's not looking too hot. Kaz, back to you.
Kaz is going to show up right behind this fool. And because Wynn can attack him from that vantage point, does that count as flanking?
I will not allow it. Yeah, he's down below a square at the very least, attacking up. If you want to, I'll say with this, if you want to jump jet up over this guy, I will allow that.
Stop with the turd. I think I'm going to save my jump jet juice.
You only got so many jumps in them jets, so maybe a good idea. Go ahead and make that attack, Drew.
So that is with get 'em, and that'll be a 28 versus flat-footed EAC.
You've rolled so many effing 17, so many pronging 17s in this episode. Of course that's a hit.
For 16 points of acid damage.
Oh, and he's dead. He's very dead. He melts the helmet off of his head, and we're out of combat.
Woo! But what about the other guy?
Well, you should have made him run away in fear.
I mean,
fearish fear.
We've got a minute. We can try and quickly track him down. Bumfuzzle, go find him.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
So we're headed that way anyway, aren't we? I mean,
yeah. If you guys want to take the time to clamber up on top of the catwalk, those of you that do not have jump jets, Going into this room here to the south that you saw him run through, you see another set of doors to the east, doors to the south, and a double set of doors to the south. This looks to be some kind of command center. There are computer consoles, some monitors displaying like the cameras all over this level of the facility. And as soon as you move in to this area, he indeed does open this set of double doors, rifle drawn, and says, "To be continued."
Oh, what?
Oh, this fight's not over. Part 2 coming next week. You guys.
Is he hiding in the bathroom, Patrick?
We'll see how long this guy has to last next time, because Kaz already did a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, I think he did 32 damage to this guy, so he can't be doing too well.
Hoping to get off some more shots, but we'll see how the initiative count works next week. We've been going long here. Long episode. Make up for some getting through some content. Some Starfinder Adventure Path content. Guys, thanks so much for playing with me once more.
Thank you.
So digging in.
Thanks, bud.
The lower Aurelos, and everyone out there, thanks for listening to us. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a great week.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Cosmic Crit. This episode has been made possible through a sponsorship with Roll20 and the backing of our Critamander fans on Patreon. Thanks again and have a great week.